and welcome back to the channel, Dap Universal. I'm Dap. So, coming back at you with another pick a card reading, and today, another Halloween special, shall we? So, I've been doing this mini series. There's one more video to come out, just based around like Halloween, but they're timeless videos. But they have a little bit of a spooky Halloweeny theme. The last one was like a trick or treat theme, so but it was like a what's the gossip, but what are the sweet things that people say about you behind your back? Today we're looking at who is your new boo. Details about your new boo. So this can be somebody you haven't met yet, or it can be someone that you just met. So keep that in mind. So if you're already with somebody, it may describe that person that you're with. If you have been together for a fairly short amount of time, that's my intentions with that. Or if you are single, it may actually describe somebody that you haven't met yet, or maybe somebody that you maybe met once. It's that kind of thing, new connections. You can also go into it with the intentions to kind of read your current relationship if you've been together for a while. If you kind of think about that person, and maybe it'll kind of describe how you met. So use it how you want. This is an intuitive thing. This is for you. You use it however you want to use it. But this is a timeless reading on your new romantic partner. Yeah. So go ahead and take the time to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're new here, welcome. I do pick a card readings all day long. I have plenty more to choose from if you want to subscribe and check out the catalog. Also, if you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. But yeah, thank y'all so much for booking the readings, for sending donations. I go live every single day. So if you want a taste of like, say, how I read on a personal level, you can always jump on one of my live streams every day. They start at like $7. If you want to send a donation, get a full reading. I'm here for it. I go live at least once a day, sometimes twice. But without further ado, go ahead and pick out your piles. You have pile number 1, 2, and 3. Pile number 1 is going to be the musician ghost, the music boo. Pile number 2 is going to be the psychic witch boo, the witchy boo. I like that, witchy boo. And pile number 3 is going to be the skateboarder bro boo. I like bro boo. Yeah, we're gonna go with bro boo. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, pause the video if you need to. Check out the timestamps below, and I will see you at your reading. Bye for now. What up, pile number 1? If you chose the music boo, welcome to your reading on who your new boo is. Details about your new boo. This is anybody that you may have just met, or somebody that you may not have met yet if you're single. Just picking up on the vibes of this person. Just as many details as I can pick up. I'm leaving it quite open, so I don't know where we're gonna go. But I did do a pre-shuffle of say some oracle cards with the astrology cards with the Lenormand cards that I have made, mixed with with a few cards from the Deviant Moon Tarot deck. If you like this deck, it'll be linked down below in the description. And we will be clarifying with the Hocus Pocus Tarot, also going to be linked down in the description. But I did actually pick an animal spirit. This is going to describe them. This is going to be their nature, and it is the elk. The elk, and I'll read this to you. It's an earth totem, which kind of makes sense because I already see this Capricorn card, but I'm getting ahead of myself. It's an earth totem, which is like Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. Don't have to be, but this is their energy. So the elk, it says stable, resilient, headstrong, and the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold these values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. When in balance, the elk is supportive, kind, and consistent. When out of balance, it's pretentious and high and mighty. To bring it back into balance, eat and drink more consciously. So this is somebody who is very stable. And I see that with North Node and the Crossroads and Capricorn. So when you meet this person, they may come across as like almost intimidatingly put together. Like, I mean, especially if you're like, say, I would get the vibe of like someone who's like maybe an artist. Like, say, if you're artistic, or like, say, you are more so go with the flow. You may not have all your life together. You may not have like a really stable, steady situation, but like, you know, you're working on it. And even if you're like the same age, I feel like there may be an age gap, but there's definitely like say a sense of a maturity gap that's pretty apparent in the situation. Like even if you're like this close to age or the same age, one may seem like this person may seem pretty much like an old, like they carry themselves like an older person, and you may have like a more childish way of being or like a more whimsical way, and I think that's kind of what draws you two together. Because I see North Node, Capricorn, they may actually be Capricorns, or you may be a Capricorn. You may have your North Node in Capricorn, and they may also. So this is kind of funny. I have my North Node in Capricorn, and I'm doing this reading because one, I saw it on YouTube, and it was looking like, okay, that's interesting, like Halloween little reading. But also, I've met someone. Oh, that met someone. I meet people all the time. But anyway, we have our North Nodes in Capricorn. He is a Capricorn, so I wonder if this is my reading. But I'm gonna jump out of this real quick and you know, just had to make that that side comment. I'm like, wait a minute, bitch, is this for me? But it may actually be an immediate sense of like, wow, this person has their like everything really put together. They know where they want to go in life. The North Node represents say your actual calling in life, like what you came down here to do. If you believe in reincarnation, it represents like say a new lesson that your soul wants to learn and grow with in this lifetime. And so it's about for them learning stability, and I think they're doing quite well. And with this crossroads, to me, it gives me very much soulmate vibes. Like you may have so much in common with this person. Like you may really feel like this is like the yin to your yang. Like it's like even though that y'all have like this kind of dynamic between like opposites kind of thing, because I feel like they would be very much mature and like maybe more sensible, practical, and y'all may be a little bit more, I don't know, artistic or sensitive, emotional. It works because even though that's that dynamic, y'all still have a lot in common. Like y'all both may really enjoy music, or you may really say have a connection with something specific. And I think you meet this person very almost like randomly. Like I don't think you meet this person like in a conventional way. Like you may do something out of the ordinary or bump into this person at a store or a restaurant or something like that. It's like it feels almost fated. It's like they come out of nowhere. You may also meet this person on like a significant day. Like you keep up with astrology or something, you may meet this person when like say there's a full moon outside or something like that, or a new moon. It's like something very specifically fated feeling about this. But the thing is, I think you have a hard time jumping into the situation. And what I mean by that, it's like things may go like really kind of slow. You may feel like things kind of, it's like, do you like me or not? And it may be a thing. Like it's like you may text each other, hello, good night. You may kind of see each other in the beginning, like every once in a while. This person's kind of in and out. It's like you have a hard time gauging if this person is really into you, right? And the Six of Cups in reverse comes up as well. So this person actually, okay, hold on. Drop the card. The Seven of Swords in reverse. This person isn't very open about, say their past. Like you don't know a whole lot about this person's past yet. Like in the beginning, it's like you may have conversations, you may tell them a little bit about you, but you'll notice that you have a hard time getting a lot of information from them. Like they'll listen to you and they'll talk to you, whatever, but they're not very open. With the Six of Cups in reverse, and I see the Seven of Swords now in reverse, the Seven of Candles in reverse. It's like they're not lying to you, but it's like they're not necessarily running to tell you like about their past. And I think they've had like maybe a rough past with somebody, or like maybe they were committed to somebody in the past that just was not helping them grow. Maybe it was a hard breakup, and it may not have been like recently, but I do feel like this person has wounds from that still. I think if anything, they may have been single for a long time, or maybe they were married or something like that, and they haven't really dated like that. Because I don't feel like y'all met in a way that's conventionally how people who are looking for love meet. Like I don't think y'all met like on Bumble or something. Maybe you did, but I don't see that for most of y'all. It feels like almost like an accident that I met you. But this person is still healing from that, and I think they still maybe attached to certain ideas from the past, or like they're really like trying to avoid falling into the same trap that they were in with that person. So if they're standoffish, it's not because they don't like you. I think they really adore you, because the Page of Cups comes up. I think that's more so how they see you. There is a childish nature to them as well, like, but you would kind of bring that out in them. Like if you're an artist, if you have like that thing where you like kind of see the world through like an artist sensibility, you know, like it's like you present yourself as like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and a little goofy and a little quirky, and like you're not afraid to laugh at yourself, and like it's you don't take yourself too seriously no matter how old you are. It's almost something like a childlike way of seeing the world. I think they adore that. But the thing that comes with that is, because it's right under this crossroads card, they want to know that if they can take you seriously. They think you're adorable. They think you're so much fun to be around. You give them life. Like, you know, it's like they like that goofiness. They like that energy, because I think their life is maybe a little bit kind of stuffy. Like maybe they kind of like go to work, or like they work and like they do the things they're supposed to, and like that's about it. It's like, you know, and like something about you brings this sense of play, or this sense of easiness to their life, but they don't know if that ease, or that sense of like carefree is gonna be like bad for a relationship, because they may be ready to say build something, or like really elevate themselves, and they don't know if that you have what it takes to bring to the table, or something like that. If they're not sure, they're not downplaying it. They're just not sure. So especially if you do something like kind of weird for work, like say if you were like on social media, or if you were like somebody who was a musician or an artist or something like that, and you may really get paid for your work or something, but it's like they don't know if you have the stability to at least match what they bring to the table, or something like that. They don't want to take care of somebody. They don't necessarily want to take care of somebody. Maybe that's part of the problem as to like what they're weary of. They took care of people in the past or something like that. They're looking for somebody to kind of like go hand in hand and like be equals with. And I'm not saying that you're not that person, but it takes a little bit of like maybe of time for them to realize like, okay, what this person brings to the table is enough. Because what you bring to the table is enough. It's like it doesn't matter if you make more money than them, or they make more money than you. It's like what you provide them on a soul level is what matters. And I think that's the lesson. They're very practical people. They're probably good with money. They're good with their time and resources. So it's like they need to learn that love is unconditional, and no matter how much money you make, it's like the fact that you are this pure spirit and this almost like earth angel like type energy. It's like they're not gonna want to pass you up just for somebody who makes a better paycheck. They're not that type. They think they're that type, but they're not that type. And so it's like you may go through an issue where like maybe y'all cut it off, or y'all may like have like a false start, and like, you know, like maybe you get tired of being like breadcrumbs, because I feel like this person just kind of like barely gives you a little bit of attention because they don't want to get attached. They're not sure they want to get attached. So it's like if you stand up for yourself and be like, you know what, I don't want this. I want someone who's ready, or like if you make them feel the way that they kind of make you feel, in the sense of like, are you serious? Like because you can really spin that back on them, because they're not really giving you a whole lot of attention, or a whole lot of like reason to feel that this is going somewhere. So if you were to be like pull out, they would really feel that absence. They'd be like, okay, wait a minute, I'd rather have you in my life, and I'd rather like see where this goes than have you cut it off. I think it would confuse them if you like completely cut it off, because they would be like, wait, you don't want me, kind of shit, because they feel like they're the catch. It's not that they don't think that you're not a catch, but they very much know they feel like they bring in a certain sense of stability to your life, or they would. So that means that you must think they're a catch, and you may. But I think they need to learn that it's not about that. I think y'all very much even each other out in terms of like energy. And no matter how much money you make, or how much money they make, it's like if y'all were to be together, I think y'all would be a power couple. I think you would give them just something that they it's like their day would be better. It's like it's something that you can't buy. It's something that you can't check off a list. It's like you would really encourage them to like tap into like say a more fun, laid back energy, and they would have a better quality of life. You would give them that. You would give them life. And what they would give to you is maybe a little bit more of a sense of stability. Like, you know, you probably want to like be motivated to keep going in whatever it is that you're going. Even if you're like an artist or whatever you do, it's like you'll be motivated to kind of to like put more energy into what you're doing. Even though you're not hurting now, it's like it'll only make you better, because this person's energy is very grounding, and that may be something that you need. So it's like it would be an exchange of energy that would very much make both of you grow in ways that you cannot see right now. And I hope it works out for y'all, because that's like it makes me feel happy, because the temperance card comes up, and that's a perfect mix of two different things. Temperance represents mixing of two things that don't normally go together. So like looking at y'all, or like looking at y'all on paper, y'all may be a very odd couple but when you dissect the relationship and you see all the things y'all have in common, and what you lack and what they lack and what they have and what you have. It perfectly fits together like this temperance card. So it's like it's very much giving me soulmated energy. It's like you're probably very drawn to each other. If you end up getting intimate together, it's probably gonna like blow your mind for some reason. Like fireworks is, I think that's how our souls kind of like I don't know. I feel like that's how our souls like kind of react to, like, say a soul mate. Like when we get like, you know, physically intimate, it's like there may be something that's just like, oh my god, how did you make me feel that way? And it's because like it's just another confirmation from the universe that pushing you to get like, y'all are supposed to be together, you're supposed to be together, like it's supposed to feel good. Like I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how open this person will be if you give it time. So there is a certain element of patience about this too. So you have to be patient. I think it's gonna go very slow, but once you get past a certain point and you both kind of prove to each other that this is real, I think it could be the love of a lifetime. You know, I'm not saying it'll last forever because, you know, that's up to y'all. There's many different people in this pick a card reading, but I do have a lot of hope for you. And I do feel like it's gonna do a lot for, say, your trust issues. I think you both have trust issues probably, but like it's gonna do a lot for your trust issues and your sense of like self, standing in yourself, not second guess yourself. This person's very confident in who they are, and I think you really will provide them with a sense of wonder. But they may also have a side note. They may also have like a child, or one of you may have a child. You may have a child together or something like that eventually. But I kept getting that something about child comes up. They may also have a really good relationship with their family, something that you may or may not have. But if they have a really good relationship with their family, I think that may even inspire you even more to kind of like get closer to that person, because you like the fact that, you know, they may go to, you know, family functions, or like they may really talk to grandma or mom or something all the time, or go to the, you know, it's like you want that, you like that about them, that they have a good stable connection and good stable. This is the person for you, okay? You'll know it when you see it. Sound off in the comments. Let me know how this resonated, though, if this resonated. And yeah, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna keep on going. At that, happy Halloween and stuff if you're watching this when it's filmed. But remember, guys, until next time, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings and all we do. Bye. Na, 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 na. What up, how to? If you chose the Witchy Boo, welcome to your reading. I like that, Witchy Boo. Welcome to your reading. Gonna be looking at who is your new boo. This is one of the 3 videos we're doing for the as a little mini Halloween series. It's gonna be timeless reading, so you can watch this in July if you want to. It doesn't matter. It's gonna resonate. But since it is around the spooky season, I wanted to do something kind of themed around that in a fun way. The last one we did was the trick or treat theme. So it was like, what's the sweet things that people say about you behind your back, though? And this one is the new boo. So we're going to be honing in on this person specifically, less on you, more so about this person. And yeah, so I wanted to start off with one of these animal spirit cards from the Wild Unknown. We're also going to get into some pre-shuffle oracle cards that I made. There's some astrology cards with the Lenormand card, and then we're going to get into it with the Deviant Moon deck, and I'm going to clarify with the Hocus Pocus deck. Both of those decks will be in the description if you want to check those out. Oh, it's raining. But I want to get into it. So you may really be dealing with a water sign. You may be a water sign, but like I'm getting heavy water. I see the moon here. I see Cancer a couple times with the High Priestess, the moon. I see Jupiter energy, maybe Sagittarius, Justice. I see Libra. I can't see more than that. But Aquarius, Gemini. Libra. Yeah. And the card they pulled is Turtle. And Turtle is a water totem. So think Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Don't have to be none of them signs, but this is going to describe your person, okay? The Turtle. Ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water elements simultaneously. This helps ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life, no matter where their travels lead them. Turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. When in balance, it's peaceful, adventurous, and productive. When out of balance, it slows down to a halt to bring it back into balance and adventure. This may be very much a homebody. I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons, well, you can understand how I got to that point with the turtle in the shell. But this may be somebody who is very much introverted, somebody who is very not particularly I want to go out and like party. They're not that. They're not that. So I doubt you would meet this person in like a club setting, or like, you may meet this person actually almost like Power One, because I see this Jupiter energy. Jupiter's like luck, and the moon is also kind of surprising as well. You just kind of like walk in, like just randomly walk into this person. They may be at a coffee shop or something like that. They may be like somebody that you meet like when you're hanging out with a friend or something. It's like the way you meet almost feels kind of random. So if you're also drawn to pile number one, check out pile number one. But I'm getting this person as being actually very very intuitive, but they don't necessarily seem like very spiritual people, if that makes sense. They're not like crystals and gemstones and like, calming circles and like pentagrams. No, they're not that. They seem to have a strong sense of emotional intelligence. So this person may be like very sensitive, like an empath, but they could also be very religious or something like that. It's something like that. They just seem to know. I think in the beginning you may be very caught off guard at how they can kind of put words to like how you feel, or put words to it's if they can put words to your emotions. It's like it's almost like you meet and you automatically can finish each other's sentences, and this person will feel very, very honest, almost brutally honest. Like you may ask them a question that you kind of don't really want to know the answer to, and they'll answer it in the most honest way. I see the Emperor. They could be Aries. It's giving me very masculine energy, but very masculine emotional energy. So this person may also be a little bit brooding, almost like, what's the word? Emo? I'm showing my millennial laugh. It gives me like almost like this person can just be like, very calm, collected. They're not very animated. They're not very eccentric, so to speak. I think this person is very calm in their demeanor. But if you knew what was going on the inside, it's like they feel very, 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 very deep emotions. And with the good luck card, I feel like they may help you out in some kind of way. I see Jupiter and I see good luck. I don't know if like you meet this person at school or something like that. I see that with the Ace of Swords if you go to school, or like work. It's some kind of situation where you'll be of service to them, or they'll be of service to you. Like you may help them, or they may help you. They may come to your job, and you may end up doing something like that, like they're a customer. It's something like that. I don't know what it is. You have to tell me in the comments what that is. But it feels like somebody offers the other some kind of help, some kind of assistance, and it comes in right when one of you need it or something like that, or it could be early on in the relationship, early on in the connection, and it almost like solidifies like hey, I want to keep this person in my life. Like, oh my God, you're a lifesaver type of thing. For some reason, I feel like you may help them. But either way, it feels like when that help comes, or like that favor or something like that, or just that gratitude. It could be a sense of gratitude. Like maybe they remember your birthday, or they remember something that you said, and maybe a small token of appreciation. And it's like, damn, you listened to me when I said that. It's something that happens early on that really just like really, really makes you want this person. I see that with the moon and Jupiter. So moon and Jupiter, like that kind of contact would make things. Jupiter expands everything that it touches. So if it expands the moons, it means that it makes the feelings deeper. It makes the feelings even bigger. It's something that makes you go, oh my God, yes. So it's like they do the right thing with that. It's like they're trying to get your attention. They get your attention. Same thing if it's like, if you reverse the roles and you're the one that does something like that, you get their attention. With this Justice card though, I think this person is very, very, very honest. I think they are looking for something that's equal. They're not gonna like play games with you. They don't like games. I see the Eight of Cups with the World in reverse. For some of y'all, this may be somebody that you've had a false start with. And what I mean by that is like, you may have known this person for a while, or you may have been in each other's energy for a while. Like say, if you did meet on Bumble or something like that, like months ago, and like, you kind of texted and like, it didn't go anywhere. So you just kind of went on about your business. You both kind of like, nah. And then somehow maybe you kind of get reconnected, and then it's like, oh, you're interesting. Like, oh, I wonder why we didn't hit it off the last time. I don't even remember. It's like, I don't think anything bad would have happened to kind of get y'all to disconnect, but it feels like maybe the timing could have been off or something like that. So for some of y'all may have known this person for like a minute or known of this person, and it just didn't lead to anywhere, but the timing just had to be just right. And it's like now the timing is just right. And it gives me soulmate energy because of the Justice card. I see the High Priestess in reverse, meaning that I feel like maybe this person don't really believe in soulmates. It gives me this weird energy of like, when it comes down to like their faith and their beliefs, they could be either really religious, specifically religious, not spiritual, but religious, or grew up in a household like that, or just completely an atheist. I don't know. It's no in between. There's something. It's like there's something about a strong connection, a strong like reaction to things that they cannot see or understand logically. This person's a very logical person. They have the capacity to be spiritual, but they're not in that place right now. So if you're a very spiritual person, it could be that maybe you're meeting this person or like connecting with them to kind of help them see like all spirituality or all religion isn't a bunch of culty bullshit. Like, you know, it's whatever you make it. It's like maybe there's something about like a lesson that they need to see through you in terms of like faith, because I think they have a very, very, very like good capacity to be like a light worker, or just like, I think they're an empath. I just think that they've had like a bad relationship or a bad experience with say religion and things like that. They feel like maybe somebody in their family may have been very much a fanatic, or somebody who was just like over religious, and then like, especially if this is like a same-sex couple and the family's like really religious, they may like really reject that because they don't feel like they can be themselves. That's for somebody. So it's not that they don't believe in it, it's just like they just really reject it because of the experiences they've had. And I hate that for people, because I feel like a lot of times we can be so dogmatic or like latch on so hard that we start judging other people and stuff, and it turns into something that's not supposed to be. It's like what those types of Christians do, and what those types of like cult leaders do, if you're talking about spirituality, do is like is pull people away from spirit. It condemns people and it pulls people away from spirit, and it's the opposite of what they're supposed to be doing. So it's like, I understand how like people can get so turned off from like say from anything that's not logical, because it can be dangerous in the wrong hands. But I think if you are spiritual and this person is not, the magic here happens whenever they kind of can see how you move, and they can feel it in your energy, they can see it in your soul, and like it really may do something to them. I don't think you can fix anybody. I don't think it's ever our job to like save anybody or fix anybody, but I think you give them the space to feel comfortable to explore that side of themselves, especially if you're like, say, if you have a spiritual gift, like if you can tap in, if you're like a tarot reader or whatever, it's like you may really make this person feel like, damn, how do they know this stuff? Oh my God, you can see my soul. And it's really a gift. It's a gift to them from you. So that could be the thing that pulls you together. Like that thing I said earlier about like, you do them a favor or something like that. If you're like a reader or something like that, you may read this person and it may be like, oh my God, you may melt their heart. You may hit something in them that that no one could have possibly have gotten to, and they wouldn't have told you. And it's like it may make them really, really fascinated and like interested in you. I dropped some cards. But I do see this person as coming in very randomly. But I also see this as, for some of y'all, it may not be the love of a lifetime, or like it may not be meant to last forever. I feel like this person has a lot of growing to do, a lot of healing to do. They have a lot of things to kind of like jump over. It's not to say that it won't work. That's up to y'all. But it's like saying, I think it's one of those situations that when you come into a person's life, it's very specific. And then once that's done, it's up to y'all. But a lot of times it may like, you may go your separate ways again and maybe come back around. But I don't know. I feel like this may not be a very permanent situation or a very long lasting situation, but it's going to be one that will affect both of you for a lifetime, especially them. I think it will really be meaningful and memorable for them, and they will always remember you no matter how long y'all date or if y'all get married, whatever. It's like, I think this is one of those connections that it's gonna have a lasting impression. And I think on both levels, with the moon and the Jupiter card and this good luck card, I think it's gonna do something to really grow both of your souls. I feel like if this is on a soul level, you're both gonna grow as people. So I think this is very fated. I don't think that relationships are ever fated in the sense of like you're meant to be with somebody for the rest of your life. And I don't really believe in twin flames like most people believe in twin flames. I believe that they exist, but I don't believe in twin flames like in that grandiose, like this is your person that you have to stick it out with them no matter how much they abuse you. I mean, even if this person's probably a narcissist, but like it's like people get in that twin flame like trap where they sit there and like they try to minimize all the horrible abusive things that their partner do and say that, oh, they're just in the runner phase. My twin is running from me. We're not in contact. It's like, no, your twin is a narcissist and they discarded you and y'all are both toxic. But like, no, I don't ever subscribe to that. I think there's enough of that bullshit online. I'm not saying that. I think souls are fated to meet. That may be a thing, but I never think that because we have so much free will and there's so many people in the world. I never ever think, and nor do I preach that people are fated to be together. That is a choice. That depends on how you react to them and they react to you. It's never gonna be a cut and dry like, oh, this is your soulmate and you only have one. No, we have many soulmates, many soulmates, many soulmates. Some you won't even really meet because it's about choice. So don't think that there's only one person out here for you and you gotta find that one person. That's some storybook, fairy tale bullshit. Do not sell yourself short over something that's just not true. Sensibly, it's just not true. But not to put you in a down place. So I'm just saying, like, you have all the power. Not these cards, not a soulmate, not a twin flame. You have power over your life, and you can be with whoever you want to be. It's all about how you react to them and how you work through your triggers when you are triggered in conflict, and how you figure out a way to tap into unconditional love. Anybody can be with anybody if you're both on the same page and you're both healthy and work through your bullshit. Ain't no such thing as no twin flame that you gotta be with is fated and yada yada. No, the meeting is fated. Everything else is a choice. Remember that. Sound off in the comments. Let me know how this resonated. If this resonated, and until next time, guys, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. What up, pile number 3? If you chose the bro boo, welcome to your reading on details about your new boo. Now, this is for people who just met somebody, or if you're single, this may be a person that you're about to meet. I was gonna just describe them personality-wise, maybe a little bit on the dynamic, keeping it fun, keeping it cute. It's part of this little Halloween series that I'm doing. It's 3 videos. We're on the second video now. The first video was actually a trick-or-treat theme, the sweet things that people say about you behind your back. You can see the video linked in the description. But we are going to jump in, and we're going to start off with the oracle cards that I made. This is an astrology deck as well as a Lenormand deck. And then we're going to go in with the Deviant Moon deck and clarify with the Hocus Pocus Tarot. You can find both of those decks linked in the description below if you're interested. But I want to start off actually with one of these animal spirit oracle cards from the Wild Unknown. You actually pull the octopus, and I'm going to read this to you. The octopus is a water totem. So think Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. Don't have to be any of those signs, but very watery. And it says reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. So the octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, the octopus is interested, engaged, and intelligent. When out of balance, they're needy, clingy, and they lack courage. To bring it into balance, space to oneself and talk therapy. So you may be dealing with a very insecure person. This is interesting because none of the other pals were like this. But I keep it open, don't know where we're gonna go. Very interesting. So I see with this Uranus energy, they could be an Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius, don't have to be, but I also see Gemini energy of, it can be kind of back and forth. Like you never know what to expect with this person. So they may also be very talkative. I'm hearing a lot, they may be somebody who actually has a lot of, they may be awkward. That's the word I'm looking for. So they may be socially awkward. Like you may you may be intrigued by this person because they're really kind of silly or kind of goofy. Maybe they may be kind of talkative, or like or if they're not talkative, they just may say just off the wall like random stuff that kind of makes you giggle. They may be like just irreverent. I don't know. And with the ship, there could be somebody that you met, like say online, maybe distance between you two. Doesn't have to be, but there's also this element of something specific about travel. Like say if they have like a car now, like maybe one of you have a car and the other one doesn't. Maybe they don't have a car, or like say maybe neither one of you have cars or something like that. So seeing each other maybe like a little bit of a hassle. I don't know. It's something about that. But I'm seeing a lot of Gemini energy in Uranus. This may be actually a friend of somebody that you know. You may have met this person through somebody else. Like say if you have siblings, you could be like say it could be a friend of your sibling, or in some other way it could be like a sibling of your friend, like your friend's brother or sister or something like that. It gives me vibes of like something like that. Like you connect because of somebody else, like a friend group. Like it's something very specific about a friend group. But like where you have like mutual friends, or you know the same type of people. Could even be like at work or something like that. But I'm seeing the Knight of Cups in reverse and Knight of Swords in reverse. This person may give you vibes of being super attractive. There's something about it's like when you meet each other, there's like this like, and you won't know why. You won't understand it. You will probably actually be like kind of annoyed with yourself, because it's like, why am I so drawn to this person? Jesus. And this person, it's like they're gonna feel the same way about you, interested. But it's like you're gonna feel like, I don't understand what the pull is though. Like that you ain't. It's like they're not gonna on paper blow your mind. It's not gonna. It's like they don't have the credentials. This is what I'm kind of saying. It's like they don't seem to have. Like they seem to not be the type that you normally go for, or something like that. And so it's like you're quite confused as to why you feel like you want to give this person a chance. And I feel like they kind of come into your energy, and they just kind of blow you away, like on the first meeting or something like that, or like the first time on a one-on-one session. But you may have a hard time like establishing the connection at first. Like after that first meeting, they may kind of be like gone, like hard to reach or something like that. They may have their hand in a lot of different places. Like I feel like this is, I don't want to call them an F-boy. I don't. But for some of y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They may give off player vibes or fuckboy vibes. Like hard to catch. Other people, they just may be elusive. They may just like their alone time. Like they may not really pick up the phone or answer the text messages like consistently. Yeah, I see the Six of Wands reverse. They don't like a whole lot of being around a lot of people. They at least make you feel like they don't like being around people a lot. They kind of like, they're loners maybe. They need time to recharge. So you may have a hard time like setting a time to meet. Now they are kind of wishy-washy, and I'll tell you this. They seem to pop up randomly when you kind of like not thinking about it. You're like doing your own thing, or it's like at the worst time. They're like, hey, can I come over? Or hey, you want to hang out? And you're like, well, shit, if I don't say yes now, then I may never. So like, yeah. It's like that. And then when like you make plans, they may either, you know, cancel those plans, or like just not show up for some of y'all, or like they're like almost aloof. Like I don't think they do it in a way that's like on purpose. A lot of times, I think they do it because they get distracted. Like this person is not very grounded. It's like they kind of jump from one thing to the next, and sometimes they fill their plate with too much, and they just can't seem to get it together. And this will be frustrating for you. I feel like for some of y'all, like it might be like, okay, oh my God, can you make time for me? It's like it may feel like this person just doesn't care or something like that. And I think for most of y'all, it's not that they don't care. It's just like they just have a hard time managing their time for some reason. They have a hard time being on time, or like they'll get so distracted or so involved with something that they're doing that they just like ignore everything else. They like whenever they dive into something, like especially if they have like a hobby, or if like they're really into like their studies or something like that, they will tune out everything in the world. They mama could be calling them and they wouldn't pick up. It's like they completely dive into whatever they're doing. And some of them, it may be like diving into the wrong thing. For some reason, I'm getting like an energy of like they may drink a lot, or they may smoke too much, or like I don't know. Y'all maybe want to be careful with this one. I feel like they aren't the one to really try to be in a committed relationship with. They're a lot of fun, They're a lot of fun. I can see somebody going on a trip or meeting somebody like while they're on a trip or something like that. They're a good fling. It gives me fling energy. It gives me fling energy. Page of Candles or the Page of Wands. This person's very immature. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. They're very immature. Y'all may be both young, or this person may be younger than you, or just like they give off young boy vibes, like specifically young boy vibes. I don't know why, but it's like you're probably not going to create a long-lasting situation with this person, but you may have a lot of fun because I think like I said in the last pile, soulmates are fated. Soulmates are fated encounters with people, but where you go after the meeting, that's up to y'all. I don't believe that there's any type of soulmate that is fated for y'all to be together forever. There's no one person for nobody. We all have many soulmates. Your best friend is your soulmate. That third grade teacher of yours who still remembers your name 20 years later is a soulmate. Soulmates are just kindred spirits that come into each other's lives for a specific reason, but everything else is completely up to how y'all react to each other, your triggers, your conflict, how you show love to each other. That dictates how far and how long a relationship will last. Not the stars, not some man on a cloud, nothing. Like, I say that because people give their energy and give their power to these cards and the readers and stuff like that, and it's just that's the same as religion. It's like you leave religion, or like some strict religion where you give all your power to like some pastor or something like that, and you can't think for yourself, and it's just a bunch of rules, right? And it's like you leave that just to do the same thing to some guru or some tarot reader on YouTube. It's like, take your power back. Like, know that there's nobody telling you who you got to be with. There's no soulmate like that. That would be the opposite of free will. We have so much free will. Even Christianity and religion teaches us that we have free will to do what we want to do, you know. So it's like it would be taking away from that free will if there was somebody that you were supposed to be with forever that before you were born. Like that doesn't make sense. So don't stick in, like, because I'm saying that because this will feel very fated. The meeting, the energy, the pull with each other, and it may be very karmic, meaning that the real lesson may be in this situation for a lot of y'all is to set boundaries. This person may like really get on your nerves, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to keep it light and friendly, but with this Judgment card that comes up, you may come to the realization that this person may really just test your boundaries. Like don't, because I feel like they'd be the type that'll sit there and make a plan and then forget, or like not show up, or come up with a million excuses, or like see that you're in a place where you want to take things further, and they really don't, but they won't tell you that. They'll just kind of string you along because either the sex or because they just like you, or they want to just juggle you and keep their options, and you're not even doing that, right? It's like you got to put your foot down, baby. This may be one of those situations that test your boundaries, so that way you can get that out of the way, so that way you can get beyond this situation, know who you are even more, and then attract that person who has similar boundaries to you. Because if you don't have any boundaries, if you're weak in that area, which a lot of us empaths are, you're gonna keep attracting people to test your boundaries, so you can actually stand up for yourself and say enough is enough. I don't want this type of love anymore. I can see it. I can see it coming from a mile away. I'm not entertaining that bullshit no more. If you come in my energy with this messy shit, I'm not engaging anymore. I know my worth, I know my value. And when you do that, what you do is you signal to other souls out there that, okay, this is my person. Like it's like we don't attract what we want. We don't attract the type of person we want. We attract what we are. Because if you're not in the same place as that person that you want, you can attract them, yes, but guess what? You can't keep them, because they're not gonna be like that. It's a mismatch. You're vibrating on two different levels. We attract people based on who we are. So it's like, in order to find that dream person, you got to be that dream person. You got to be that person with the strong boundaries. You got to be that productive person if you want that stable person if you want stability. And this person is going to test your boundaries. This new boo is very much like, think of it like a test, a final exam of sorts. I don't think that this is going to be a person that's going to last long unless you want to fling. You got to put yourself how you fit in. If you are looking for something easy breezy, light and fun and flirty, then this will be for you. It'll go as far as it needs to. But if you're looking for something more, if you're looking for something that to invest in, this person's not going to be it. This person's going to just test your boundaries and solidify that is what you want, right? Take it for how it resonates. I think this person will be very fun though. I think it'll be very fun until it's not. But sound off in the comments. I do see. Wait, I'll tell you what I saw: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, heavy. Yeah. Yeah. Sound off in the comments. Let me know how this resonated. If this resonated, and remember, guys, I love you. I mean it. And if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye.